All right, and we're back. Biggest thing to note is that the Soviet Black Sea Fleet with aircraft went on a final ride against the U.S. Sixth Fleet. They did manage to kill three destroyers and two cruisers, and once again damage the Allied capital ships. Other than that, they have spread out their defenses in an effort to keep the Americans back. Alright, so combats. First off, the Allies in the south here are going to walk into Syria for 1 IPC. Let's see here. Next, we'll just kind of go right into it. Next, this fleet's going to come back and help conduct an amphibious operation with these 3 infantry from Rome and this tank from Turin. So we'll roll that. We have 3 cruisers and 2 battleships for an offshore bombardment, so who knows, maybe they'll hit them right away. So 3 cruisers. There were only 2 defenders, so that hit, and then the 2 defenders roll back, and they both missed. So Greece goes back to NATO. Or, oh no, 1 defender is left. My apologies. So Greece is not yet fallen. There's still 1 Soviet defender. Okay, so we got three infantry at 1, miss, tank for 3. Okay, he hit, and then the other guy, well, actually it's a tank. There's a tank defending at 3, not an infantry. So there were 2 infantry and a tank on Greece. The 2 infantry died in the offshore bombardment. They fired back, missed, and now the tank got a hit. Okay, so 1 NATO guy is dead, but again, the Allies resecure Greece for 2. So Greece comes back to NATO for 2. Yes. Okay, next. This mech supported by these 2 tacticals are going into Austria. Oops. And the mech fires at 3, misses, and then the 2 tacticals at 4. They both hit, so then the Soviet defender, hits. So I guess I lose it. I'm losing a tactical fighter off of this guy. And Austria is taken. Oh, okay. Get those attack markers out of the way, and that was Austria's worth 2. Yeah. Meanwhile, the 7th Army is going to stay in place. Okay, next we've got the whole of the 3rd Army attacking into Poland, and honestly, with all that, there's no way they're going to miss with 2 hits, so I'll just roll for the Soviet infantry defender, and he missed. Okay, so the 3rd Army takes East Poland for 1. Next, we have 4 mech, 4 tanks, backed up by that, that on these 4 aircraft. And they are going to obliterate. Oh, I guess I forgot too. Also joining the East Poland attack are all these 14 armored divisions and those 3 infantry from Holland. Picking up in the transport here, then picking up in the transport here, going into here. And the C zone is all 1 and dropping in East Poland. So put those guys down quick. Let's go there. I don't know. I don't know who's making dinner. Okay. So then again, we'll do the Battle of Warsaw. What? Come out with it. I said you could. Sorry about that. Okay, so Warsaw. Okay, so we have 4 mech, 4 tanks, and 4 fighters for 3. So that's going to be 12 for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have a jet and a tactical for 4. 2 more hits. All right, we overkilled. We overkilled, but we got it. All right, then the Soviets had 4 for 2. Oh, they got 3. So we got all of their defenders in Warsaw. And their forces in Warsaw scored against 3 of the mech. However, Warsaw still falls to NATO for 3 IPC. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's Warsaw. Trying not to knock everything over. I think I'm gonna have to do some more bases. Okay, then finally we have a major battle for Novograd. This is probably the big one, or it's gonna be one of the big ones. So let's see what happens. All right, so the Allies have 13 for 1. Nothing for 10. They got 1 hit for 13. Next, they have 6. They have 3 infantry at 2 and 3 artillery at 2. So 6 for 2. Oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Okay, next they have 2 tanks and a fighter for 3. Wow, 3 hits. And then a heavy tank and a tactical for 4. 2 for 4. Both miss. Alright, so now the Soviets respond. They have 13. They have 13 infantry and 7 mech, so they have 20 for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits for 10. And what can they get on 20? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at 9. And then they have a fighter for 4. And that hits as well. So the Allies got 8 hits, and the Soviets got 10. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, so the Soviets got 10 hits. The Allies got 8. And as usual, the Allies are going to go for a second round, because why not? Okay, round 2. Alright, the Allies now only have 4 for 1. Miss. 6 for 2. They got 1 hit. 4 for 3. 3 hits. And 2 for 4. 2 more hits. Okay, the Soviets, they have 11 for 2. 1, 2. 2 hits so far. Miss with that 11th roll, and then 1 for 4. Hit. Okay, so that's 3 Allies to 6 Soviets. And then 6 off of this guy. So they're down to 4 infantry and a fighter. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say we'll go for another round. Go for that 3rd round. Okay, so the Allies, 1 for 1. 5, they miss. 6 for 2. 1. 3 for 3. 2 hits. And 2 for 4. Ooh, both miss. Okay, the Soviets. 5 for 2. 2 hits. And their fighter for 4. Miss. 3 hits to 2. We're still trudging on. 3 hits to the Soviets. 2 to the Allies. Which means now we got that. I'm gonna pull back. I'm not gonna continue this fight. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back. So the Allies will pull back from the fight. And that is it for combat. So non-combat. So everything, like I said, it's gonna come back here. Let's see here. What other? Okay, so that's everything in the north. We'll move these guys from Helsinki to Viipuri. Okay, other non-combats. All right, we're gonna send this AA gun to the 3rd Army in East Poland. The aircraft that attacked Warsaw will go to West Poland. This artillery will come to the Sudetenland with those 2. This tactical will come to Stettin. along with these 5 aircraft, because we can have 6 aircraft in Stettin. So this makes 6 aircraft. These 3 tanks are going to go to Munich. The tactical, or the strategic bomber, is going to come to Berlin. Nothing down here. Those guys are going to sit tight. Those guys are going to sit tight. These aircraft, the Strat will stay in Cairo, but we'll move up the fighter and jet fighter to Transjordan. Okay, so that is all the non-combats. So deployments. Okay, so in Paris, 3 heavy tanks. In London, 3 heavy tanks. I'm going to do a tank for Portugal, a tank for Helsinki. We're going to do 3 tanks. Yep, 3 tanks for Rome. And then, as always, up in Holland, Belgium, we're going to do 2 mech and 2 tank. All right, and then at the end of the turn, the Allies will collect 169, and we saved 1, so we'll have 170. Although, I'm going to kind of take a look at some stuff, but honestly, I'm kind of thinking that this might almost be the end of the game. Mainly because, I mean, you have that powerful Third Army under Patton. Poland has been completely captured. Northern Russia is not entirely in danger because they did manage to blunt the Allied offensive up there. But again, with this horde coming towards them, it's not gonna take that much longer before the Allies break through. So I'm gonna sit back for a little bit. I'm gonna take a look at the board, and then if I decide to end the game, I'll post a end of game video. So that is it for the Allies, and we'll see you guys again for possibly turn 13. So until then, guys, take care.